What is up, Bobber Nation? It's Jim Bobbington here, and I just picked up Bobberan from Indian Motorcycle. You can see him over there. Pikes Peak Indian Motorcycle, to be exact. Pikes Peak is on the other side of the building here. I literally have only driven from right there to here so I can get my camera prepared. But we are doing our very first ride with the new exhaust, Hacker Mayhem, the new intake, Arlen Ness Torque Box, and the brand new tune. So I've got the dyno sheet. Shit, I think I left it at the store. I may have to go back and grab that. It's at 99 horsepower to the wheels. He said they did not correct it for elevation, which he said the DA was about 6,500 yesterday when they were tuning this. So I am very happy with that. Let's fire it up. It's a much deeper sound than my GP shorties. Oh my God, I love that. I'm going to be headed to Garden of the Gods here shortly. We'll do a little drive around there. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. I am back. Just made it to Garden of the Gods. This is a beautiful free park. If ever you're in Colorado, come check it out. You may not be able to find parking, but you could drive around it for free at least. So we're going to take a nice little stroll, maybe piss off some pedestrians, and talk about the first 15 miles or so that I've gotten to spend with this new exhaust, intake, tune. Let's go. So that back pressure sound is really what turned me onto this exhaust, other than the look. But it sounds crazy when you let it engine brake for you. You could keep it pretty tame if you keep it under 3,000 RPMs and don't get on it. But one of the things I've noticed right away with the new tune is the bike feels more capable at a lower RPM. Like there's the torque reaches down lower. I never found myself driving under 2,000 RPM before, but it feels comfortable now. It doesn't feel like it's going to die or anything like that. Shouldn't really be driving that low in the RPM band anyway, but good to be able to if you accidentally leave it in second at a stoplight or something. Stop sign. California stop. It is a glorious day today. You can see Pikes Peak off in the distance. Lots of snow still. Getting towards the end of May. I do want to take a drive up to the top, but it's probably going to have to wait until July before the roads are all the way open. We'll have to see. Now the intake, it does make a very interesting sound. I don't know if I could describe it. You don't hear it until you're wide open throttle and the RPMs get up to 4,000 or 5,000, but then you just hear this crazy new noise that didn't exist before. Hopefully I'll be able to capture it in a video at one of these points. Speed limit 20. So like I said, it's going to be a stroll. And it makes that jake brake sound right when you shift. Oh, I love it. It's a very much deeper sound than my GP Shorties. So I always drove around with the GP Shorties and earplugs because they were deafening no matter what speed you were going. But when I left the dealership, I rode it without earplugs just to see what it was like. And at slow speeds, it's a much more tolerable sound since it's so deep. It doesn't make you feel like your ears are bleeding. But once your speeds get up, it's a little too loud to handle. The amount of air that comes out of the pipes with the new intake is kind of surprising. When I'm rolling away from a stop and my right foot is still on the ground a little bit, I can feel the exhaust hitting my leg. It's a very forceful air pressure. Things are starting to turn green around here. Spring is pretty fantastic, and it'll last for a month and then it gets too hot and everything dies. Now, if you could find parking out here, lots of cool little trails to hike around all up through all this stuff. These rock formations are really cool. On some of them, they allow rock climbing, so you'll see some folks with ropes. Driving this slow, I'm noticing the tune has really helped with the on and offness. Is that a word? On and offness of the throttle when you're going super slow. So before, it could be real twitchy in first gear, going real slow through parking lots and things like that. I'm feeling it's very easy to keep that from happening right now. It's a lot smoother, not quite so bucky. Very happy with this exhaust so far. Plus, not a lot of people have it. Most common exhausts out there, like Vance & Hines slip-ons, Freedom Combat 2-in-1, like everybody's got those. And I kind of wanted to go against the grain with this bike. Hence the drag bars. Left looks like it's heading out. I don't want to leave yet. You gonna come to a stop here, buddy, or park if you need to stop? that's cute. I'm literally giving the throttle like 2 millimeters of twist just to keep going this speed. But that's amazing that I have fuel with that slight amount of movement. It was definitely a lot more on and off, like at these kind of speeds in low gears. Oh look, people riding horses. How fucking Colorado is that? Oh my god. Right now I'm doing 1800 RPM in second, up a hill. Feels fantastic. I don't think I would have ever been riding that low in the RPMs before this tune. I wish there was a passing zone. Traffic is kind of light, actually. Might be because it's a work day. I took some time off of work today. Just gonna be riding around this afternoon, getting used to the new bike. So the peak of that mountain is 14,000 something. Colorado Springs, where my dyno was roughly 6,000. Oh yeah, the bike feels a lot more balanced without the extra mounting hardware and bits hanging off the right side. If this guy wasn't a douchebag, he would pull over. Here's the balanced rock. Everybody come to a stop and take a picture. All right. Hold it up. You're so strong. Take that picture. Beautiful day. Probably 70, 75 degrees. Couldn't have asked for a better day to pick my bike up. Alright folks, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to all my things. I'd really appreciate it. We recently just surpassed 250 subscribers. I'm pretty excited about that. Actually at 260 today. but I will have much more content, more videos with this exhaust. We'll be comparing it to the GP Shorties with some videos I took with those. Get some decibel readings, see which one's really louder. But I thank you for watching. This is Jim Bobbington reminding you, don't be a skid mark. We'll see you next time.